Hi guys. This week, it's a serious work, overcoming fears, facing fears. In order for us to be capable really to do it and to connect to this weekly energy, we need to take this exercise, those exercises and this meditation seriously. Not just a wow and finished, but really to commit to that work so we can actually earn and own a new way of thinking and a new way of living. I'm basing my short connection with the last class of Michael Berg from portion Bo, which is the energy of this week, yes, from 2022. Enjoy that lecture, but just to condense and shrink it all into homework and a meditation. So be ready. We are basing the teaching on verse number 36 in portion Bo in volume 9 of the Zohar, the English Zohar. We'll start with the understanding of the first sentence in the portion, Bo el Paro. It doesn't say go to Pharaoh, it says come to Pharaoh. And here is the understanding that Moses didn't face Pharaoh on his own. He is going together with the light to face Pharaoh. Pharaoh is representing the fears of Moses, or also for us, all our most horrible fears of our life. In this week, we are going to gain a strength not only to face our fears, but also to overcome them. And the way to do it is the following. What the light, what God is in the story, of course, tells Moses is take yourself the staff. The staff is the stick, yes, the staff of God. Yes, mate Elokim, asher ta'aseh bo et haotot. He tells him, take this staff, and with this, you're gonna create the miracles and you're gonna overcome the challenges and the fears. How? You have to throw the stick. That stick is gonna become a snake. When it became a snake, Moses is afraid of it. And then God is telling him, hold his tail and it will become a stick again. It become staff again. The staff of the light, the staff of God. And it's using the word Elokim here. As we know, there are different, yes, like the Rav used to tell us, God or the light is like James Bond. It has many names. And we know that every one of those names is a different manifestation of the light of the Creator. Here they're using the word Elokim. And it says the righteous are telling when we are using that name, Elokim, it means Baal HaKochot Kula, means the master and the owner of all the forces of this world. What is this teaching is all about? The light is one channel, is one line, like the stick, like the staff. The snake is other light, other sources. This is why the snake goes from right to left and vice versa. It doesn't go straight, okay? The snake represents all the other forces, the other source of light that we refer in our life. When we are experiencing things in our life, challenges, fears, situations that happens to us, and we believe that this situation happened because of someone else, not the light of the Creator, detached from the light of the Creator, disconnected, cut from the light of the Creator. We believe that situation arrived from another source. This is when we are falling into the consciousness of the snake, which means that our source of energy is coming from other places than the light of the Creator. Also the challenges, also the difficult situation are coming from the light. And we know it, it's not the first time we hear it, but the problem is that we are living most of our lives believing that those things are coming from other sources than the only source that exists, which is the light of the Creator. Okay, so when we are experiencing those difficulties, negativities, pain, fears, means that we forgot the only source that exists, which is the light of the Creator. We want to start with one exercise, which is writing down all the times, all those situations in which I behaved with the snake consciousness, when I got upset, when I got sad, when someone irritated me, when I worried, when I feared this week. Okay, those are the snake consciousness. What is the solution? The Zohar is explaining, like the story itself, is holding the tail of that snake, holding the tail of the fear, of the darkness, and connecting it with the infinite light of the Creator, to the only source of all blessing. And by this, to convert the snake, the other forces, to one and only staff, which is the light of the Creator, which is simple, clear, one channel. Okay, so this Saturday, this Shabbat, this week, we're gaining the strength of the stick, of the staff, connecting our fears, connecting our doubts, connecting our darkness with the only source of energy in the world, which is the light of the Creator itself. And to remember, to have that strength, to remember all along my life that the light of the Creator is really the source of everything, good or bad, what we consider good or bad, that happens in our life. Because for all those time that I'm detached or I'm cut from this consciousness, those are the time that my consciousness goes to the snake consciousness, and I might relate to the darkness and the being far away from that light. And when we are connecting and we are keeping that consciousness, we see a flow and continuity in our life. And those are the times of redemption. And for every moment in our life, it can be redemption or darkness. It depends on when we keep our consciousness. As far as our consciousness is always with the light, at the end of the day, the solution, the result of that process will be positive. Why? Because the source of this situation is the light. The light can be only positive. When we are holding on to the snake consciousness, we are perpetuating, yes, the existence of the darkness. Okay, and by this we are allowing the darkness to exist, and we don't want to do that, because we know that the result of darkness will be darkness. That's the first part of it. The second part, after we learn how to eliminate and reconnect ourselves with flow and continuity, overcoming fears, overcoming the blockages. We want to know also about how we are drawing those blessings and fulfillment into our life. And the idea is the prayer. In the prayer, we are expressing our desire and our wish of fulfilling our spaces. And for this sake, it says that we shouldn't confuse ourselves with kings and snakes when we are praying. What does it mean? The kings are all the people, the forces, the other source of energy that I depend on, from which I'm taking my security, my confidence, from other sources than the light itself. On what do I depend? What do I find myself needing that is not the light of the Creator? So that's like the next exercise of how many kings I find in my life depending on, needing in my life. Something that is not the light of the Creator. The other thing is the snakes, which are the forces and the sources and the people that caused me damage, fears, doubts. And I want, that's the other exercise, is to see in my life how many of those snakes I had in my life, in my week. What is the idea? That I do not want to depend or to be or to live by those two forces. Because if I want to fill up my desires and my wishes, I cannot depend on or relate or need or connect with the kings, people that fills me up, or the snakes, people or situations that cause me damage. They are not my source of energy. They are not the cause of my existence. Therefore, I want to detach myself and to separate myself from those forces. This is the only way that will allow me to fill up that light when I am praying, when I'm expressing my desires. And now I would like us to connect everything we said with a meditation that I want you to keep for not only this week, but for all those times that you'll need strength to overcome your fear. So please sit comfortably and close your eyes. I'm going to read verse 36 in the Zohar in portion Bo. In that time that I'm reading the text, please breathe in and breathe out. Slowly. Breathe a lot of air. You keep 1, 2, and then you exhale. And then again, you breathe in. 1, 2, and then you exhale. And you keep this circle again and again while I'm reading the Zohar that will allow us to connect to a higher realm, to the source, to the unique source of the light, to that infinite source of the concealed light. אמר רבי שמעון, השתאית לגלה רזין, דהינון מדבקין לאליו את התא. מה כתיב בו אל פרעה? לך אל פרעה מבאי לי, מי בו? אלא דהאי לי קדוש ברוך הוא. אידרין בתר אידרין, לגבי תנינה חדה הילאה תקיפה, דכמה דרגין משתלשלין מיני, Uman ihu raza de hatanin hagadol. And as you keep on breathing in, you see how your inner light becomes bigger and bigger. Each time you're breathing in, and each time you're breathing out, you're releasing the bandages, the limitations, and the other sources of your energy, until the most of the place or all the place in you is held by the light. Now you can see how this light goes out of the top of your head and surrounds you like a cocoon. You can feel that protection, that warmth, that clarity and certainty. And you will observe yourself standing, and around you, you'll find like a circle of green grass and a beautiful light that surrounds you. You can feel the protection. You can feel the strength and the certainty. And in that moment, you are allowing yourself to see in front of you your biggest fears. What is your fear? How this fear feels like? What force keep this fear alive? And now I want you to hold this fear strongly. And at that moment that you're holding that fear, you'll see an injection of light from your cocoon that will enlighten suddenly the fear and makes it evaporate. You connected yourself back to the only source, which is the source of the light of the Creator. And now, with an open chest and open hands, you're seeing in front of you your biggest request, your biggest prayer, wish. And you can see how the request, the wish, the desire has a big opening inside of you, a huge vessel to be fulfilled. And that light of your cocoon, the infinite light of the Creator, will start and fill it up like a teacup, like a cup of tea. More and more and more. And you can sense the potential of this fulfillment. And you can feel serenity and happiness and love in your heart. You're going to hold and remember this feeling that the fulfillment is already here. And your fear is already enlightened and gone. You keep this memory in your heart. This light of the Creator will open up and allow you to go back to the reality, but doesn't leave you alone. Always being behind you and inside of you. Strong, you're going back to your place with a full heart of love. You're going to slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open your eyes. Welcome back. Have a strong week and keep this consciousness and work in your everyday. Good week.